Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Al Shai, Bashem, Kakwadash, Shalom to the 144,000 rest elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, actually it's a response to widespread IT outage impacts airlines, banks, and so forth. This is put up by Bloomberg News, as you can see right here. Microsoft hit by global outage, and this is one more step to the Great Reset, and part of the Great Reset is the MOTB. So we've been talking about the MOTB because it's months away. It could be 6 months, could be a year and a half. So we're talking months away. They're going to do away with the money system, as we've been saying. The paper dollar, the coins. Your credit cards will no longer, everything will be debit, or either debit card, credit card, or that information of your credit card will be put in your phone. Eventually it will be put in your forehead or in your right hand or left hand. And that's the fulfillment of the MOTB, Revelation 13, verse 16. And we've been talking about it here at Great Millstone for years, since we first got on YouTube. We've been talking about it, and it's finally here. So anybody that referred to us as conspiracy theorists are generally nuts. They're not nuts. They're their eyes are open. The conspiracy theorists. This thing with the assassination attempt of Trump. Everybody said the same thing. It's something's rotten in Denmark. It doesn't add up, and there's too many American news companies kind of backtracking now, because now they're saying that the local police, warned the Secret Service about a guy on a roof. Now they're saying that there was two guys on two different roofs, and you didn't notice that. So we don't know. We don't know if Trump was a part of that. We don't know. We didn't see his ear. They didn't show him in the hospital. Show his face with his ear. Part of his ear was destroyed. The top of the ear. We just see him with the gauze or whatever around his ear. So eventually he's going to have to take it off, and we'll see if his ear looks different. So we don't know what's really going on, but there's shit going on behind the scenes, which are planned that way. And Biden is definitely out of there. He's getting worse and worse. Every time he tries to show that he's all right, he looks worse and worse. Like I said. And I believe that, but we'll see. It's the elite. The elite make the decision. People out there elect, and the elite select, which is a difference. So if the elite want Trump to be in there, which makes all the sense in the world, then your next president will be a Republican. He will, and then he's going to show his horns, because he's going to be the one. Because I don't see us going past another 4 years. We're talking, all right, it's 2024, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I don't see us going to like 2030. So, like I said, I believe that the MOTB, Revelation 13, 16, will be introduced in a big way inside of, I don't know, could be the next 6 months, like I said. But we're counting down to the months, not years. oh, the MOTB can come in the next 10 years, the next 20. No, you don't understand prophecies. Habakkuk chapter 2 is coming to pass in a big way. So here you got, like I said, this is called the Great Reset, the CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. It says Microsoft hit by global outage. The MOTB is going to be a global event introduced to the people. Most people are going to take it because their lives will become a lot more convenient. It says widespread IT outage impacts airlines, banks. So this was a minute ago. This was 4 hours ago. Blue screen of death. Errors reported worldwide after system outage or outages. This was 4 hours ago. Major worldwide tech outage plunges world's largest companies into chaos. When chaos comes, what comes after chaos? You can't have order unless you have chaos. Order ab chaos. Order out of chaos. The new world order. So we here at Great Millstone, we've been saying this. We're the premier camp that's been saying that the whole world's going to be microchip. It's going to lead into the microchip, and you're going to have to make a decision. And if you can't buy or sell, you can't transact, guess what? You can't re-register your car. You can't drive around. You can't get on a train. You can't get on a bus. You can't get on a plane. You can't go to the supermarket to buy food. You got children, they're going to suffer. You get your woman, she's going to suffer. A lot of you that know that you're Israelites and know that you're not to take the MOTB, a lot of you may just say, "The hell with it, man. I got to eat. I got to eat, and my kids got to eat. My family got to eat." So you will be homeless. Like I said, when this thing happens, I said it in a previous video, when they make the world, when I say world, I'm talking about the oikomene, the whole planet, the gay, the gi, the geo, the global geo. Everything's going to move lightning fast. When that chip comes, then the missiles and the deliverance and the missiles, then the kingdom is going to come. When everybody's tested, whether they take the chip or not, it could be, in my opinion, I can't, there's no scriptures on it. There's no timetable as to how long we're going to be tested. But people get weak. A couple. You go to the supermarket and all the shelves are empty. People lose it. Chaos ensues. And the majority of the people, the mass majority of the people, don't know what's coming. And this is all planned. And government and politics, things don't happen by accident. It was, you can be sure that it was planned that way. I believe FDR said that. Breaking news 5 hours ago: network issues linked to Microsoft systems causing outages. At businesses worldwide. The MOTB will be worldwide. Now you got Israelites. Well, how can they chip everybody? Well, they had everybody take the jump shot. They had 80% of the people, 90% of the people on the planet took that jump shot. How long would society last during a total grid collapse? A lot of people are going to die. Babies, old people, women are going to bug out. A lot of you men are going to bug out. What we know so far about the global CrowdStrike, Microsoft outage, ABC News. Let me do this. Let me see what CrowdStrike is all about. Bear with me for a minute.
Got lost. Your Mac may.
So the elite are working behind the scenes here. They'll happen. Let me do this here. Then it shall be known who are my chosen. Okay, live. Microsoft users report out widespread outages. Airlines, ATMs, and more impacted by cyber outage attributed to CrowdStrike. There's a group of hackers. CrowdStrike outrage causing headaches at Pittsburgh International Airport. CrowdStrike outage affects Microsoft systems worldwide, breaking global IT disaster, affects airlines, banks, and broadcasters across the world. Revelation 3 verse 10, it says the world and the earth. So the word world, the Greek word is oikomeni, meaning the entire planet Earth. Then it says earth, which is gi or gay, geo, a global. Breaking global IT disasters affect airlines. I just read across the world. I just read that. And this, nobody was talking about this last night. This is all 5 hours ago. I woke up watching CNN. CrowdStrike blew up the internet 3 hours ago. Who's behind CrowdStrike? You know what I'm gonna do? Let me do this. They're making things happen because they want to reach the pinnacle. And they have an agenda. Okay. The scriptures say, "Be not ignorant in any matter, whether it be small or great." CrowdStrike. Let me just put in CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike. Okay, it's a software company. CrowdStrike Holdings Inc. is an American cybersecurity technology company based in Austin, Texas. It provides cloud workload protection and endpoint security threat intelligence and cyber attacks response services. So let me go into the news. And when everything is based upon the internet one way or another, computers, PCs, cyberspace, you can't get pump gas because it's connected to the internet or electricity rather. If you don't have any electricity, that's what I meant. That's what I should have said. So let me see this. Okay, CrowdStrike outage affects Microsoft systems worldwide. Huge Microsoft outage. A link to CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike takes down computers. Just trying to see what's going on. Matter of fact, let me put the news on. Put on CNN, see what's going on. See, a lot of these videos that you're going to get from us are a lot of breaking news, impromptu videos. Because we already know the scriptures. Main prophecy before the destruction and deliverance. MOTB. Either these other camps are going to get with the program or they sold out. I'm firing up the TV, see what's going on. I need to turn on my smartphone. Hold up. Oh, hospitals, they get shut down. Everything. Hospitals is based upon, the internet. Computers, PCs, smartphones. So let me see what's going on. Let me check some of my accounts. Bear me for a minute. I'm going to go to my bank account. Ain't nothing happening. Hold up. You know what I gotta do? Don't tell me I can't get into my bank account. Let me restart. Hey, Yahweh Shai said, this generation will not pass until all these things be fulfilled. This generation, this is our generation. Matthew 24. Okay, verily, verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. So we are part of um, that generation, this generation. You know what I'm gonna do? In the end of the world, in the third verse, Matthew 24, the word there is eon, which means the end of the age. Okay, let me do this. I didn't have anything lined up. I'm just going with the spirit. And then let me go to commentary. Okay, so let's see what the commentary says. They ain't said shit. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me do this. Esau's afraid of the end of the world. They don't like that term. End of the world. The last days. Hey, you women and you children, you're gonna catch hell unless the head of the household is one of the elect. Paul told the jailer, "You and your house will be saved." Let me go check my bank account, see if my money's in my bank. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, my bank account came up. Okay, my bank is good. So now let's look at this. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but the sign coming, the end of the world. Let's see what the end of the world was, what they say about that. Literally the end of the age. Yep, the word there is eon. And the common language of the day, which had passed from the schools of the rabbis into popular use. This age or this world meant the time up to the coming of the Messiah. So when the Messiah was speaking to the people, to the Israelites, to his people, they took it as him taking down the Roman Empire, and which he is going to take down the Roman Empire, but the second leg of the Roman Empire, the age or world to come, the glorious time which he was to inaugurate, the disciples had heard their Lord speak, or Kairos speak, in parables of such a coming, and they naturally connected it in their thoughts with the close of the age or period in which they live. Yeah, because that was the Roman Empire. What did he say in Luke chapter 4? And I'll go to that in a minute. So they said, oh, this guy's coming to take down the Roman Empire. And he is going to take down the Roman Empire. But he didn't say the second leg of the Roman Empire. Revelation 13, starting from the first verse. Let's see what Cambridge says. One is these things, and what shall be the sign that are coming. And then the end of the world, they don't even want to say nothing. And the end of the world. But they give you this, Matthew 13 and 39 to 40. Let me open that up. This is 39. And the enemy sold them. And the enemy sold them as the devil. And the harvest is the end of the age, or the end of this world. And what is a harvest? Look up the word harvest. It means when the crops grow, you gather the crops together. And the reapers are the angels. Now they speak about the reapers and casting the sickle, Revelation chapter 14. So just as the tares, which are the Edomites, and a lot of you got people that you think are Israelites that are actually Edomites. You got people that you think are Edomites that are actually Israelites. Tares are gathered up and burned with fire. This is parabolic for what does it say in Malachi 4 from the first verse? Behold, the day shall come that shall burn as an oven. Is that literal? No. It's parabolic. Or it came to Malachi in a vision that it's going to get hot. Most High going to put people in the oven. That's parabolic for the missiles hitting this place. So shall it be at the end of the age. The Son of Man will send forth his angels, and they will gather out of his kingdom all stumbling blocks. Ooh, ooh. And I always speak about stumbling blocks. Stumbling blocks are people that come with some information that you follow, but it's the wrong information. Like you got a lot of these Israelite groups, they'll tell you that the MOTB has nothing to do with a chip. And when it actually comes, when it's actually introduced to the world in the oikoumene sense, you know what you're going to do? You're going to go to your teeth. You're going to get a little nervous because you've been watching the GMS videos on the sneak. You've been window shopping, just like Bishop Nate says. And you're going to ask him. Now, if he tells you go ahead and take it, that means he sold out. If General Yohana says go ahead and take it, that means he sold that right there. You'll know that he sold out. And if you go ahead and take it, that's on you. That's on you, ninja. It says, the Son of Man will send forth his angels, and they will gather out of his kingdom. His kingdom is Israel. That's in Luke 17:21, if I'm not mistaken. The kingdom of heaven is within you. He was talking to the wicked scribes and Pharisees, because guess what? The wicked scribes and Pharisees, they're not going to burn in hell. They're going to come in the kingdom too, but they're going to die on this side. Yahweh Shai said the harlots and the Republicans are going to make it before you. He was talking to the wicked scribes and Pharisees. So as far as order, he said the harlots and the publicans will make it into the kingdom before you, but you're going to make it in the kingdom. But you're not going to be the first in line. It says, his kingdom, the Son of Man will send forth his angels, and they will gather out of his kingdom, meaning the Israelites, all stumbling blocks. All stumbling blocks. All stumbling blocks. If a guy says Edomites can make it, there's no such thing as reincarnation, you're going to burn in hell, you got to keep all the laws. You don't got to keep all the laws. It's nice if you can keep as many laws as you can. When you come into this thing, we don't expect you to keep all the laws. We expect you to learn of Yahweh Shai. Through faith, we expect you to build your faith by watching the videos and studying the scriptures. And those who commit lawlessness and will throw them into the furnace of fire. Not going to be thrown in the furnace of fire. There's going to be missiles that's going to hit them. In that place, which is America, Babylon, there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So this is beautiful. So this is right at the door. The only prophecy, we sound like broken records, but that's all right. With this whole cyber event, come back over here. Bear with me for a minute. And this was all planned this way. They're gonna shake the people up so much that when they introduce that the new system, they're gonna take it, and it's gonna make, just like Apostle Ramlab said in the previous video the other day. He said that it's he quoted what I said. It's gonna be convenient. It's going to be so much more convenient. If you lose your phone, you got to scramble to get another phone. All the information on that phone, you can't get it back. If the phone dies on you, you drop the phone in water, you lose your phone, whatever the case may be. You can, it'll be convenient because nobody can rob you because they can't get, paper money. They can't get paper money out of you or coins out of you. They can't, tell you to take your debit card and go to the bank, because the transfer has to come from your chip to their chip. If you want to transfer, like you, Western Union, you want to send money. Well, you're gonna have to send money through your chip. So you don't got to go to a check cashing place or a bank or whatever, or a supermarket to get the money. Oh, you got to go to this store to get the money. No, the money's going to be put in your account through your chip. So you go to check it, with the chip in your hand, and you see, oh yeah, there was $50 put into my account, 50 credits, whatever you want to say it. That's what they're going to do. And the ones of you that don't do it, you're not gonna have a car, because you can't register a car. You need money. You can't buy and sell. You got to buy a registration. You got to buy insurance. You got to buy a driver's license. You're gonna be home. I don't know how that's gonna work, but you own an apartment. You rent at an apartment. You can't pay the rent no more because you need a chip to pay your rent. You own a house. You got to make payments on a mortgage. You need your chip. You got to pay taxes, property taxes. You need your chip. You want to go to McDonald's. You can't eat at McDonald's unless you got the chip. You can't go to the supermarket and purchase a bunch of things and bring out some paper dollars. You need a chip. You need a microchip. You need a MOTB, a micro C-hip. And we've been telling y'all let me do this. Let me do this. So when it comes, then you're going to realize, oh, these guys were the prophets. Truly, this is the Son of God. They're going to say, truly, these guys are prophets. Let me do this. Let me put it in this way. Did I spell that right? I'm a terrible speller. Nor speaketh to warn them, the wicked from his wicked way. You take the chip, you're wicked. Yet if thou warn the wicked, nevertheless, if thou warn the righteous man, so you got to tell them you got to explain everything in the scriptures. You got to show them the scriptures. You got to say, and then there's certain scriptures that you read, the prophetic scriptures, where the Spirit has to open your eyes, give you the eye salve to see it. So we seen it. And I saw it years ago. I saw it in the 70s. So the members that are under GMS, I would think that they teach that the MOTB is a micro C hit because I said it, and the other apostles, because I taught that to Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rakar, Apostle Raimlab, and the bishops. I taught them that. I pushed that home. I used to push that home, man. Even before we was on YouTube, I used to speak about the beast and about the MOTB. So whether the Most High open up their eyes or they're just blindly following me, you shouldn't be like the Church of Berea. And so you got these guys bucking up against what we're saying and making mockery. It's gonna come down to what the hell you're gonna do. And if you tell people go ahead and take it, don't listen to them bums, and they go ahead and take it, that's on you. That's on you. And if you don't know what to do, guess what? That's on you. That's your problem. Ezekiel 33:3. If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, and that sword is the chip. A sword is something that's that can hurt you. The chip can hurt you, all right? Because you're going to get a cancer pursuant to Revelation chapter 16, verse 2. He blew the trumpet and warned the people. What trumpet are we blowing? The scriptures. We open up the scriptures and we say this means this and that means that, so don't do this, but do that. And this is the name of the Most High, Yahweh. This is his son's name, Yahweh Shai. Okay, so they're talking about this thing now. This cyber, passengers stranded at airports worldwide due to global tech outage. And like I said, nothing happens by accident in politics. It was you can best believe it was planned that way. This is going to usher in this new world order through a reset. Project 2025, when the Republicans get up in there. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them. We hear the word from the Most High. The Most High feeds us with this truth. We go into them scriptures, and the Most High gives us the eye salve. We see it, and we tell the people. That's our job. It doesn't say have a debate. Well, I don't believe that the mark of the beast is the microchip. I want to have a debate on that. I said, well, you know what? You can have the debate on your own. We don't want to have no debate. Okay, it's not about we're going to have a debate. That's your opinion. No, that's not our opinion. That's the Most High giving us this truth. So if you can't see it, we're not going to have. When did Ezekiel have a debate with people? When did Ezekiel go on a debate tour? Or when did Elijah? When did Yahweh Shai go on a debate? Well, I'm having a debate this week with the Pharisees and the scribes. John the Baptist, he didn't have a debate. What did he say? I believe it's in Matthew 3. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to it. Let me go to it real quick. I'm almost positive it's Matthew 3. Let's see if I'm correct. And John the Baptist was rough around the edges. I mean, he was real rough. Matter of fact, he was homeless. He didn't have a place to stay. He was living in the woods. Same thing with Elijah. Or was it the ravens fed Elijah? He drank up a lake. So let me come down here. Okay, here it is right here. Start at the fifth verse. Then went out to him, Jerusalem, and all Yahweh and all the region round about Jordan. Why did the Most High set them up in these areas? Because they were Israelites was living there, talking to the Israelites. He wasn't coming for the whole world. And were baptized of him in Jordan, confessing their sins. But when he saw many of the Pharisees and Sadducees come to his baptism, he said unto them, O generation of... He didn't even know them guys. Them guys rolled up, he called them a bunch of snakes. O generation of vipers, who have warned you to flee from the wrath to come. That's the same wrath in Malachi 4. Bring forth, therefore, fruit meet for repentance. So we don't want vocab and Abu coming around because they're not going to be saved. Even if they're Israelites, they're not going to be saved because they're scoffers. Vocab is nothing but a scoffer. Abu is nothing but a scoffer. That's all they are. When we teach about the MOTB being micro C-hip and somebody teaches otherwise, whether they're Israelite or not, guess what? They're scoffers. Bishop Nace is a scoffer. General Yohan is a scoffer. Anybody that comes against what we're saying. The true prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So John the Baptist didn't say, okay, we're going to have a debate on whether you... No, he just cursed them out. He called them a bunch of snakes. Vipers. Let's look up the word viper. Pull some of these words out. Then I'm going to close. Offspring of vipers, addressed to cunning, malignant, wicked men. So he was calling them guys wicked. Bear with me for a minute. Okay, it's also in Luke 3 and 7. Then said he to the multitude that came forth to be baptized of him, O generation of vipers, who have warned you to flee from the wrath to come. The wrath is the missiles. Matthew 23 and 33. Ye serpents, ye generation of vipers. How can ye escape the damnation of hell? Hell is the word death and ultimately the destruction. Because the wicked scribes and Pharisees are back here to receive their destruction. Matthew 12 verse 34, O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? or out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So when they open up their mouth and they try to say something good, there's ulterior motives to that. But at the end of the day, all these wicked scribes and Pharisees are going to make it anyway. The last days. Let's see what comes up. See, I didn't know what I was going to say. Look at that. 45 times. Wow. Gather my sons together that day. I may tell you what shall before you in the last days. Last days started when Yahweh Shah was on the scene. That's in Hebrews, the first chapter, in the first verse, second verse, first two verses, I think the first verse. Isaiah 2:2, and it shall come to pass in the last days. We're in the last days. Micah 4:1, but the Micah 4:1, but in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain or the house of it, that's the kingdom. Acts 20:17, 2 and 17, and it shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Lord, the Most High, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, meaning they're going to see things in the future. They're not going to go out on the highways and the byways. I'm talking about the women. And your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. So people are having all kind of visions too. 2 Timothy 3 verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And you can read this whole chapter. James 5:3. Your gold and your silver is cankered. That's talking about the uber rich, the ultra rich. And the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. The missiles ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. See, this whole cyber thing, we know who's doing it, okay? We know who's doing it. But the American people, they're stupid. They believe in anything. It says, knowing this first, 2 Peter 3:3, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust. We say call the cops on vocab because he's a scoffer. All he is a scoffer. I'm going to look up that word, scoffer. Scoffers are not just talking about Israelites. It's talking about anybody. Anybody that comes against you is a scoffer. So why I'm going to argue back and forth for hours with a scoffer? A marker, a scoffer. That's all that guy does. And he's hurt. He's butthurt, man. That's why he was on Apostle Orion Lob's page. It was alive. It was him and Abu. And they're talking, can we just have a sit down? Can we just... They're begging to get for us not to call the cops. Then he said on that same video, he said that IUIC called the cops on us 4 different times. But they're not advertising it. But we say call the cops. Oh, you guys are cowards. And you know what? You can call us cowards, but you guys that said that, you get in contact with Vocab and say, I'm an Israelite, I want to deal with you. He's not going to deal with you because you're insignificant anyway. When Vocab Malone comes against certain One Westers, they come to these different groups. They target GMS, IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari. They target them mostly because The truth, we got the truth. But guess what? The number one group is GMS. So he's going to always come after GMS because his handlers, his hidden masters, his secret masters told him, look, you got to go after GMS. And you got to go after the IUIC. So guess what? We know why he's doing it. He's not doing it because he wants to do it, because the spirit is on him to do it. He's doing it because they gave him a script. Now, we can't prove that. We can't give it a group. But he's sent. He's definitely sent, man. And now that we said that, I made the statement, call the police on him. You can call us cowards all you want. I've been called worse. You guys are a bunch of cowards. So I'm going to sit there. I'm trying to teach Israelites, and I'm going to stop to go back and forth with the Edomite. And there's like the group that he went out to, out the west, the up and coming elders of GMS out there in the west. And they handle him, man. But all they had to do, but there was a point where he turned on the mic and there was nothing but confusion. You couldn't hear, because there was two people talking at the same time. Then he had that mic on, turn on the mic. That's to bring confusion. No, there was no edification in that, of him turning on a mic and over speaking somebody. Where's the edification? Some teach the Messiah for envy and strife, and that's him. He doesn't teach for charity, for love, for edification. Scriptures say knowledge puffeth up, but love edifieth. If I quoted that correctly. So everybody's eyes or heads, they should be focusing on this cyber thing, and whether you should be checking your apps. Hey, check your bank app. See if your internet is working, because they're gonna cut the internet. They'll cut it for a day, and people are gonna bug out, man. Because the internet is their best friend. Your smartphone is your second heart. You lose your smartphone, you're gonna get a heart attack and drop dead. You know how much information you get, numbers and certain apps that you got in there, man? That if you lose your damn cell phone, you assed out, man. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom. I was just speaking my mind. Shalom.